If you guys can zoom in on that sign right there, and on that sign, see where it says
Ultimate Barber
contributors there. You see the Ultimate Barber? That's my business there. So we were a contributor for the lights, so they'll be able to play at night on this course right here. So that'll be there forever. Tell you off the top, it was even just purchasing. So we wanted to get into the Alexandria market just because it's a vibrant market. It's also where I was born and raised, and I've always wanted to, for one, just for the community, be able to get back in the community where I grew up at, and be some type of a pillar within the community there. I have my business is like 3 blocks from where I grew up at. Owning a business there from where I come from, cutting in my parents' basement when I was really young, to now owning a business within that community and being able to purchase within the community now. So excited that this opportunity came about. Be able to pick up this property here. It's tough for people to move into the community now, just because with the inflation and just the cost of living.
Yeah, the average price point. So just to backtrack a little bit about what to piggyback on what John shared. Really, for us, we are getting closer to retirement. I'm a real estate agent, licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. John's a barber franchises, and he's franchising his barbering brand. And so we are basically creating wealth together. And one of the things that we thought was good was, just seeing how real estate happens, how there's always growth, and there's it's one of the easier ways to build wealth. And then me studying the community and him being in the community himself, we just know, like, our overall goal as a family, as a unit, was really to build profitability in real estate, whether it's through flips. Our primary goal really is to cash flow properties, so buying the asset itself, and then kind of renting them, even renovating and renting, or if it's already in good condition, just kind of getting the cash flow there. So this opportunity came about because John had his eyes, ears, and feet to the ground, and it was just a perfect opportunity because it is where he grew up at. So those, actually, I know the family that owned this home. So I'm very familiar with it, and for us to be able to come in, it hasn't been updated. Probably, I think it was built in the 40s. Hasn't been updated since the late 70s. So we'll come in, beautify it, make it a 2025 home, and I just can't wait for you guys to see it. So it took us, so we didn't really have, I would say, challenges. It really is, of course we loan shopped, so we needed to find a product that was going to fit what we needed to do with the property. So finding the right product, the loan product, the renovation product to be able to purchase, for us in particular, we were looking just for the best opportunity. Of course, less money out of pocket, and then also to have the renovation covered. So that's what we did. We did a loan product where we put 10% down, paid closing costs, and then the funding for the project itself, as far as the renovation, is rolled up into the loan. We'll do draws and things like that. So it was a good loan product. So just finding the right product was not necessarily a challenge, but of course you got to do your research. And then we had a little bit of a hiccup with the purchase, as far as pricing and negotiating and stuff like that. But we made it through. It's all normal. When you're buying real estate, you want to make sure you're pricing right. So to as an investor, we want to make sure that we're that the numbers work. I mean, you can have, so I have sometimes clients will say, oh, I found a house and it's in really bad condition, I think it'll be a good investment. Well, just because it's in bad condition doesn't necessarily make it a good investment. What makes it a good investment is if the numbers work. So it actually can be in really good condition, but if the price is right, you don't have to do much to it. It's still an investment property. So just making the numbers work, and the numbers look really good on this property. We'll talk about numbers later, but we executed because we know where the comps are. We know what we were able to purchase at, and then we also had to, prior to purchasing, have the contractor go in, do an assessment on. We did the assessment kind of two ways. We saw some lower end comps where we didn't have to extend the footprint, and then we saw some higher end comps where we actually did want to extend the footprint of the property, meaning the size and the expansion. And we decided to go with expanding the property, giving it more coverage, and selling it at a higher price point. So just understanding the dynamics of the property, studying it in the beginning, making sure that we make a good decision, making sure that where we're pricing it and purchasing it for makes sense for what we're trying to accomplish. So it was really not a challenge. It's just heavy on the research. Like, you got to do that part of it. And John and I always, sometimes we don't agree on like what we're supposed to do. So it's a good dialogue in the household, trying to see each other's points for like how we're going to move forward. But I let him, like, he really has been the forefront of this one. He found the deal. He pretty much made the connections for the financing. We talked about it on the back end. We went with what made sense for us. So he really has been like leading this, which I'm so happy about, because like having him, just be like my second real estate brain, or like, even because sometimes he'll think of stuff that, I'm like, and I have to give it some thought. So we're good with the conversations on like how to move forward. I really, really enjoy having him as a partner.
Take you guys over here, man. That's why we're going over here. We'll take you guys over here, take you through Alexandria, take you through the neighborhood, and you're going to see there's a lot of properties that are being renovated. So if you get your hands on anything over here, you win it. So, I mean, it was a no-brainer. So you guys are going to see what I'm talking about.